Well, here we go. Another day with the youngster. I feel like this is day 4. He wants to wager he wants to just come right in here again or not. This is just getting kind of, oh my gosh. Look at he's waiting at the gate. Oh my god, he's even oh man. People will say what they want about your horse training for sure, especially the internet jockeys there, but meeting us at the gate to get worked, that's kind of crazy. So we're gonna open this up and had to kind of get him out of the way. Let's see if he makes the trip around here. I think he's gonna come around all on his own. Yeah, there he goes. He's heading in. He wants the next session. Oh my gosh, that kind of funny. I feel like there needs to be a little WD-40 on that gate. I'll tell you what, maintenance around here. All right, well, here he is sniffing around. I think he's just getting dirtier by the day out there. We're going to see if we can get our hands on him and get a halter on him and stuff here again today. He's kind of coming in here trying to be relaxed and be pretty good. We'll probably still have to move him around the pen here a little bit. But, ooh, look at there. Nice and relaxed. Trying to face up a little bit. So we're going to set this thing down and get started. Well, here we go on session 4. We're just going to get him caught here. Notice he's pretty gentle about being caught now. He's starting to kind of looking forward to it. He's not really following us out yet, but you'll see here in the next few sessions he's going to certainly change on that. Then he's leading pretty good there. Once that halter's on, he just kind of hooks up and comes on out. And what we're going to do today is just kind of review some of the prior lessons. We're going to work on some transitions here. This is a little left and right, a little bit of softening. You can see he's still pulling a little bit on the halter, not with any ambition behind it there. He's just trying to figure out where the end of that is and where to find softness and where the pressure is and where it's not and that sort of thing. So we're just kind of letting him figure it out, not being too critical. But he's going to soften up real good here as the sessions go on. So we're just working on some of that softness back and forth. And now we're kicking down here through the hind quarters, just kind of bending them a little deeper. And then this is one of the first times we're working on the front end. This is such an important exercise to get, especially on these youngsters. This is one of the biggest faults we see in older horses when they're at clinics. Is they just don't want to move those front ends. People get them all locked up and too cozy up there. So we start working on that pretty early with these guys, and then as usual we kind of move them, then we're just going to hang out and pet on them a little bit, and then we're going to go in here again. So we'd work those hind quarters, then transition through here on the front end a little bit. We're going to throw in a little bit of a back up here. Notice how soft he's getting there still, and this is just so important. You know, if you get these things done right and then you don't mess it up, they're just going to be like this all the time. They'll just be like little saddle horses here. So here we're breaking the front end loose from the other side a little bit. Notice he's trying to figure it out here. He's not really too bad because we haven't gotten him pushy yet is the main thing. So we're kind of breaking the feet loose there a little bit, and we'll rub on him a little bit more. Notice how he's coming around, getting curious with me. He's doing his kind of his own lateral flexion there, checking things out. There we're getting a little time spent on his ears there and his neck a little bit, just kind of building his confidence in between. And then here we're flipping that rope over. Remember the first time we did that with a stick and string and rope, he really didn't like that in one of the first sessions, and now he's looking pretty good there. He's way more confident. So we're just taking a little bit of time here with that rope and different things, and now we're going around behind him. So this is kind of an interesting little puzzle for him to try to figure out. He's got to learn to turn out in a way, give from the face and give through the hip and find us again. It's such an important exercise here early on. Here he's going to struggle a little bit going to the left. He'll figure that out, kind of find his way through. This is teaching him a lot about feel and how that halter and lead rope interact with him. Such an important thing to do, especially if they're going to be out on the ranch. They might run into a gate or a fence or something and learn how to figure their way out and around and kind of give to pressure. Now we're working on some lateral flexions. Look how soft he is there, just at the thought of it. And he's kind of sitting around there just waiting to be bent there. I'm just barely even asking. I'm not even pulling on him, and he's getting nice and handy there. So here we're going to go ahead and turn him around again. and check things out. He's a little bit struggling there. This is good. I like these struggles. They've got to figure these things out. It's so important. There's going to be times where he might be tied up later on or something, and there might not be anybody there to help him. He's just got to figure things out. So these are important lessons. Well, that session went pretty good, I think. We got a few things done, start handling the feet and working on some more consistent transitions and things like that. And biggest thing is he's just kind of starting to really let down about stuff, and he's kind of getting gentle. And that's well, I'm not too worried about leaving him sometimes, is it really doesn't take that long to get them gentle, especially these horses that are bred pretty decent. Like they just need a few sessions. Typically before I start a horse, I might have about 20 sessions on them, and I know that doesn't seem like much, but when you see them at 20, 30 sessions, like, they're doing a lot, and they're doing it pretty quiet, and they're doing it pretty confident. So a person can certainly handle them a lot more than that. They can do less, but that just seems to be what I have time for, and what is necessary before we ride, and it seems to work out pretty good. And then once we get them under saddle, things come along pretty quickly. So all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you on the next one.